Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Touch Ninja, and welcome to the new place. We actually moved into the new house. Not everything is set up properly yet, so we're not going to do a setup video until everything's absolutely done. But we got one section done, and this is the new recording setup for unboxings, because I thought the unboxings they have to be cleaned up a bit, just because I kind of wing it and just do it how I feel. I could be in my pajamas basically, and I do an unboxing. So this is a little bit more professional, a little bit cleaner in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have any suggestions of what I could do better, what would you like changed. But this is what we're going with right now. So anyways, that's not why you're here today. You're not here to hear my life story. You're here to see a special unboxing because we actually have a DualShock 4 controller for you guys today. The PlayStation 4 isn't set to release for another 3 weeks or so on November 15th. But I was able to get my hands on a controller for you guys to check out, give you guys my first impressions of what it looks like, and we'll also be testing the question that's probably burning your head: is PlayStation 4 controllers compatible with the PlayStation 3? I'm curious, I don't know about you guys, but anyways, let's get started. So, the retail packaging is pretty standard, nice blue around. The PlayStation has like a blue scheme to it. Nothing too exciting. DualShock 4. Wireless controller. There is the back for you guys to see. You probably won't want to read that, but if you do, pause the video and we'll keep going here. So, open her up. Pull this tab out. Box one round. Some translucent clear plastic. White packaging, and a manual that you'll never read in your entire lifetime. So, we'll get this up on my display Lazy Susan for you guys to check out, if I can actually get her to stand right there. So there she is in all her glory. So, for comparables, we have a PlayStation 3 controller, obviously. Then we also have an Xbox 360 controller. So the thing with the first major difference is this is actually my second time handling one. I actually got a chance to use a PlayStation 4 controller when I was playing Assassin's Creed 4 in San Francisco. So first impressions of me actually playing it and using it in game, I liked it a lot. So we'll do a little still shot right here. We'll give you the 360 rotation of what everything looks like in the back. There we go. Alright, so major overhauls that they've done to the controller that you guys will see. First things first, the biggest thing that you'll notice is that the analogs have changed for the very first time. From PlayStation to PlayStation 3, the controller hasn't really changed that much. The main reason is because initially Sony really wanted to stress backwards compatibility. When leaked images of the PlayStation 3 came out, they actually had some concept art of it being a boomerang. More of a boomerang, but for backwards compatibility, they thought that they should just keep the controller the same. So, but for this one, this is probably the biggest leap forward in the controller in terms of innovation. So, like I said, the analogs have been changed. There's a ridge now, with a little concave, so that gives you a little bit more grip, as well as they had added a speaker by the looks of it, right there. Kind of what the Wii U remote or the Wiimote has. And then as well, the biggest overhaul that they've also done is that they've changed the triggers. The triggers are now more catered for shooting, for first-person FPS shooters. Your fingers don't slip. The biggest complaint that the PlayStation 3 controller had is that the R2 and the L2 button with the concave, your finger often slips down. There was actually a proprietary third-party mod that you could add to your controller that would allow it so your finger wouldn't fall off. It was like a little hook deal, but not many people use that. Also, the biggest thing that you'll notice with this controller is that they have widened the handle grips. Another large complaint that people had is that with the PlayStation 3 controller is that people with larger hands felt like they were kind of engulfing the controllers just because the handles weren't that big. So you can probably see that they've extended it a fairly small bit, as well. They've also widened it a bit as well. So that's pretty cool. I feel very, very comfortable with it. especially with shooters. With the PlayStation 3, most people just use the L1 and the R1 just because it felt more comfortable. But with this new system, I feel like it's designed well now for FPSs. So other things that you'll notice is that they've incorporated the Vita touchscreen. So on the back of the PSP Vita, if you're one of the few people who own one, there's this little bit of a touchpad on the back of it that you can kind of use to manipulate. It seems like they incorporated it into the controller as well. There is a press function on this button, so it must do something in the future that will probably become more apparent. The home screen now is at the bottom rather than in the middle. And as well, there's a share button. PlayStation kind of demonstrated this earlier at E3 where you press the share button, let's just say if you're stuck on a level, and you can press it and get a person on your friends list over the internet to take over for you in the game, and they can basically beat the level for you. It's a neat feature. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to integrate that well into the future, but we'll see how it goes. Then you also have your option button. So I'm assuming that accesses the cross-media bar or some other options as well. This PlayStation button may actually operate the cross-media bar as well, but not going to be 100% sure until launch day. And another thing they've also done is that if you'll notice from a side view of the PlayStation 3 controller, the buttons they sit within a sort of an X on the pad, but whereas on the PlayStation 4 controller, it's flush now. It's completely flat. Just another small touch that I noticed. Also, they've also switched over the charging cable to a different cable. I forget what this cable is exactly called. It's a fairly common one that most devices use, but the PlayStation 4 controller now uses a micro USB, as you can see right there. So I actually have a micro USB cable. They've also added, it flashes now when you press it. So apparently this lights up while you're in game. So I guess there's no chance if you're gaming late at night that you'll lose your controller. It's a neat feature. But we'll do the question here: will it work on a PlayStation 3? Will a PlayStation 4 controller work with a PlayStation 3? So micro USB cable's in. I'm not lying to you, it's in. We'll press it. And we have no bueno. So we'll go to the source. We'll power on the PlayStation right there. HDMI 3. Wait for this little intro screen to pop up. My controller has been updated. And you'll see. Oh, it actually is working. Oh, it works! That's crazy, it does work. Huh. Let's see. Jump into LEGO Marvel Superheroes here. Insane. Huh. Load our trophies up. Now the question is, will it work wirelessly? So I think I've proven that it works with a cable, but the question is, will it work wirelessly now that I've synced it? And also, where's the start button now? Oh, the start button is the option button now. So let's start a new game. Okay, this is my current save file in the game. Let us unhook this cable, and we'll see if it actually works. Oh, it does not work. I can't go back at all.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I answered the question for you. Will a PlayStation 4 controller, DualShock 4, work with a PlayStation 3? And the answer is a definite yes, only if you use a cable. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely, I think I'm going to be playing around with this for a bit just to get used to the controller now that I know that's going to work properly on PlayStation 3. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys liked the preview of the PlayStation 4 controller. I'll definitely be picking up a PlayStation 4 on November 15th. But if you enjoyed the video, drop the video a quick rating to let me know. Let me know what you guys think of the new setup and have any suggestions for me to change. But other than that, like I said, thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day.